Okay, so the next worksheet we're looking at is the pivot tables one. So it's page 109 of the book, driving lesson 64. So point 2, create a pivot table on a new sheet, making sure that the table range contains the cell range of the whole table. So here is my table. So I want to create a pivot table out of this table. So if I click anywhere in here and go to Insert and then Pivot Table, it selects the table range automatically. Now if I want to place my pivot table in this sheet, I would click existing sheet, and the location then I would pick, right, so the pivot table would start there. But in this instance we want to put it into a new worksheet, so I click OK, and there it creates a new worksheet. Right, so my pivot table is now blank, so I need to fill my pivot table by using the pivot table field list over here. If this pivot table field list doesn't show, right, in here, pivot table tools, options, you just need to click on show field list, and there it shows. So use department as the row field, so department is the row field, and surname as a value field, so surname is the value field, right? So I can see here each department and the amount of people working in each department. So for example, our computer services, there are 3 people working in computer services. So I'm then asked to insert a new row with my details into this original table. So if I click there on Neil Park and I just go insert sheet row, and then I type in my own name, and I'm in computer services too, and then my reference number is P/041, my age, and then absence. Right, so I'll just change the numbers over here. So now if I go back to my pivot table, right, I won't see any changes straight away. I need to refresh the pivot table. So if I refresh it, this count of surname, because I'm now in computer services, should increase to 4. So again, pivot table tools, options, and then refresh. Hey presto, it's up to 4. Okay. So then it says point 6, print the pivot table. I'm not going to do that. Number 7, amend the pivot table by removing the count of surname. So remove the count of surname. So you just click on it and drag it out to here, right? Or else you can uncheck it here in the pivot table field list. Add the age as the column field. So age here is the column label, and absence as the value field, right? So we're going to see how many days people have been absent and what age they are, right? So group the data into the following age groups: under 40, 40 to 50, and over 50. So if I click on all the under 40s, so 29, control button, right? So I'm clicking and holding down the control button at the same time, and then select group selection. Right, they are now grouped, and I call them, by clicking on the group one, call them under 40. Okay, so I also want to group 40 to 50, so select 41, 43, 44, 47, 48, group selection, and call that group 40 to 50. So click on group 2 and just call it 40 to 50. Right, so that's my group 40 to 50s. And then you have the over 50, so select everybody who's over 50. So that's everybody else. Group selection and call it over 50. Right, so that's the over 50. So now I have my 3 individual groups: under 40, 40 to 50, and over 50s. Which age group is responsible for most absences? Right, so the over 50s are responsible for the most absences. Okay, so that's pivot tables, right? If you don't see your pivot table list, click here, right? Refresh your table, group selection, select whatever you want, and then click on group selection. Alright, so I'll move on to the custom sort, page 89, driving lesson 52. So this is the league workbook. Sort the teams in alphabetical order. So if I click here and go to sort and filter, A to Z, right? They're now sorted in alphabetical order. Undo the last operation, right? They're now unsorted. Sort the teams into descending by order of points. So that's my list. So I can go into custom sort, sort by points, and it's going to be largest to smallest because I want to have the team with the most points on top, right? So Canada are top of the league with 11 points, right? And then I have goal difference, right? So down here, 52 on the exact same points, same goal difference. So I probably want to add in another level. So I'll add a level. So we'll say sort by points, then by goal difference, right? Largest to smallest, and then by goals for. So the amount of goals for, and then largest to smallest. Right, so that separates the goal difference, and then it goes down to goals for, right? So England have a better goals for ratio than Spain. So print a copy of the league table, close the workbook without saving, right? So custom sort, you gotta know how to do that. So select your list, sort and filter, and then go to custom sort, close that one. Actually no, I have to go into this one. So this is the second part of that question. Open the workbook supplies. Okay, this is workbook supplies, which shows part of the order book for a building supplies merchant. Use a custom sort, so if I click anywhere within the list, sort the records by month required but in the order of January. So I want to sort these in the order of month required. So again, I can go to sort and filter, custom sort. Okay, sort by month required, and I want to sort a so I need to go into my custom lists here, and there should be in here Jan, Feb, March, April, and so on. Right, so it's saying Jan. If it says actually January, February, the full month name, right, you'd select this one. But they're asking for Jan, Feb as they are here. So it'll sort them by month required. Right, so you need to know how to use the custom sort, and in there you have your predefined lists. Right, if you want to, you can also add a list. Okay, right, so custom list by going in here. We did that on day one when we came in here 10 weeks ago, right? But this question we just want to sort by month required. Oop, I'll undo that. Custom sort, sort by right, just undo that action. Right, we'll just leave it like that. Okay.